Here's how we talk about coaching a box of crayons. Can you stay curious a little bit longer? Can you rush to action and advice giving a little bit more slowly? And of course, the question is the secret sauce to staying curious a little bit longer. So, Sally, as an experienced coach, is there one question that you're like, here's my favorite coaching question?
Yes, it's a really hard question to say what's my one favorite one.
It is.
But the one I really, really like is some version or variation of, what do you want to cause? And I like it because it really gets people to pause and to think, because it's, what are you trying to cause, or what do you want to cause? Because it helps people to take a big step back and to reflect on, what do I really want to be different at many different levels? And it might be, what am I causing in terms of action for myself? Or it might be, what are they trying to cause in themselves, or what impact do they want to have? But I've just found that particular using the word cause is a way, it gets away from any question about outputs or impact and anything like that. It's just the cause word seems to open things up for people a lot more.
I think that's really subtle. It's one of those, as I listen to it, it's that specificity of language can make all the difference between a goodish question and a really great question. A decent question is, so what's the impact you want to have? What's the outcome? What's the bold outcome that you're looking for?
Yeah.
But what's disingenuous about that is we typically can't actually cause an outcome or control that. So it can be almost subtly disempowering to nominate an outcome and then go, well, how the hell is that going to happen? But as a cause, you're like, it's a single snowflake that causes the avalanche. So how do you make something cool happen without necessarily being it all about you? Or even, that's where my head goes in terms of trying to understand the power of that question.
Yes, exactly, because it's not about one specific thing. It's much broader than that, and yet it can be a tiny, as you say, it's a nice way of putting it, one snowflake. What are you trying to cause here? What is it that's it really all about here? And then people can interpret it in their own way, and you can use it as a sort of, jumping off point for other sort of follow-on questions and probes and so on.
Yeah, because as soon as you say what you want to cause, what that also helps me do is figure out what's the thing that's going to give me the biggest bang for my buck in trying to make that ripple effect happen.
Yeah.
So it creates a kind of strategic analysis as well of so where do I need to start to actually make that cause happen?
Yes, exactly. Because it makes you think about, well, what's it really all about? What's the purpose behind it? It's not just the superficial thing. It's what's really behind it that's important as well.
Yeah. One of my quotes that I hold dear is, it's amazing what you can achieve if you don't care who gets the credit. And I think there's something about that question that also points to that around being willing to step aside from the spotlight for the sake of a bigger outcome.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. It's a really good point.
Hey, it's MBS here. If you've loved my book, The Coaching Habit, and millions have, well, make sure you pick up the additional resources at thecoachinghabit.com. Downloads, videos, lots of tools.